having technical difficulties. Your call is being transferred. If you have already made a selection, you will be asked to make a selection again. We apologize for any inconvenience. Tenemos dificultades.
My name is Mr. Chandros, ID number 100-336-1351. How may I direct your call?
Hi, Mr. Chandros. I just had a question with regard to some prior year filings. And I think I may need to make an amendment, but I want to verify before I start digging in and changing everything, if I could.
So you had questions about your previous years, and you just want to make sure you don't have to make any sort of adjustment?
Right. I think that I've just discovered that I may have filed them on the wrong form for the last couple of years, and I wanted to make sure that I'm correct, or if I'm not correct, then I'll just leave it alone. If it turns out, but does that make sense?
I hear you. Let me transfer you over to the accounts management department, because they would be the best ones to take a look and see what's going on with that.
Okay, thank you.
All right, no problem, sir. Sending you now.
My name is Ms. Schumann. My badge number is 100-366-8905. How can I help you today?
Hi, thank you for taking my call. I have a quick question here, because I'm concerned that I may need to make some amendments on some past years' forms, and I wanted to verify if I could, before I start digging in. And it looks to me like what I had done in the past, well, what I've always done, I think, is I filed my W-2s on the 1040, but it looks to me like that's incorrect, because as far as I can tell here in this publication, that the W-2 is a tax class 5 form, and the 1040 is for tax class 2 form. Is that correct?
No, when you report your income to the IRS, you use your W-2s. You use the 1040, and you report your income on a W-2.
The W-2 being a tax class 5 goes on. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, I'm not sure what the tax class. Actually, I'm not sure what that refers to. But what you receive from your employer is a W-2, and you use that to report your income on your 1040.
Is there anyone that possibly would know what the tax class means?
Well, that's a tax law question, sir. You could go to irs.gov, and you could do research on it there.
Well, I have. I just would like to get. I would like to get confirmation before I start digging out all my old tax paperwork. As I said, that's a tax law question, and we're actually not in scope on that, and we wouldn't be until tax season. So what we would do is refer you back to irs.gov to do research on that. Is there? Well, I've done the research. There's no one I can talk to?
We're out of scope on tax law right now, sir.
What does that mean?
And all we could do would be, it means the department that handles that question is not, that type of question, does not take calls or is not here until tax season, which would begin in January.
Is that nationwide? Or?
Yes, sir. The IRS has the same policies nationwide.
So I can't speak to anyone with regard to tax law until tax season?
We're actually out of scope on that. I could give you the automated number, and that might be able to. That automated number might assist you. If you wouldn't get a person, but it would give you different categories.
So, what am I supposed to do until next tax season?
So you can use irs.gov.
I do. That's where I got.
You should be able to research that there, or I could refer you to a tax professional.
Could you refer me to a tax professional?
No. I'm referring you to a tax professional, telling you that you could ask a tax professional in your area.
Well, I thought I would get a tax professional by calling the IRS.
No, sir.
No?
Customer service, but we're out of scope on that question.
I don't know what that
I
means.
can refer you to IRS.gov. That means we don't answer that question until tax season. I can
I'm
refer
always
you
paying
to
taxes.
IRS.gov.
I pay taxes
Or I can refer
year
you to-
round. I pay taxes.
Sir, I've answered the question. I understand what you're saying, but I've answered the question for you a number of times.
You haven't answered
I
my
can
question.
refer you to IRS.gov.
For the record.
Yes, sir. The answer is I can refer you to IRS.gov.
That's not an
And you
answer.
can do research. You can type in keyword
That's a strong
tax
one.
class. Perhaps something would come up.
That's avoiding
The
my
other
question.
answer is you may want to talk to your professional in your area.
Is there a supervisor I can speak
I
with?
can do for you, sir.
Is there a supervisor I can speak with?
Disconnect.
Can I speak with your supervisor, please?
Call you back.
May I speak with your
If I
supervisor?
can answer you, sir. Can I answer you, please?
Would you, please?
Yeah, sure. I can request the supervisor call you back. It'll be 24 to 48 hours.
That'd be wonderful.
Okay, 1 minute. I'll get your information.
Great.
I never did receive a call back from anyone. I have since learned and confirmed that the W-2 form is a gift and estate tax form, and it should be filed on the 1041. Every so-called dollar that we've ever been paid, quote unquote, has actually come from, not from your employer, but it's come from an estate that is held intestate by the state that you live in, that is in your name. You have an estate that pays for everything. And it's evidenced by the W-2, because the W-2 is an estate and gift tax form.